Hi, Trip here at financiallypossible.com. In my previous video, I discussed why we work. Why is it that we work? And what is the purpose of that work? And I also discussed this book, Early Retirement Extreme. Today, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the meaning of its subtitle. It is a philosophical and practical approach to financial independence. Today, I want to talk about the philosophical aspects. I'm a very philosophical guy. In high school, my favorite course was a general philosophy course. I still remember the teacher. Great teacher. Such fond memories of that class. I can remember which seat I sat in. And in college, I did the same thing. I had a free elective. I used that one free elective for a metaphysics course. And metaphysics is a narrow aspect of philosophy, which has to do with studying what is the nature of things. Do we even truly exist? How does time work? These are very essential questions about human nature. And you can take the same approach to finances and achieving financial independence. Now, the author of Extreme Early Retirement, he gives an example in there about Plato's cave. Plato was one of the most ancient Greek philosophers, and he asked or studied the nature of existence. He came up with this concept called Plato's cave. Within it, there are prisoners who are chained, and the only light source they have is a fire, which allows them to see shadows which are casted onto a wall. And those shadows are all amounts of entertaining to them. It is their one and only source of entertainment. They get given food and other things that they need to survive, but for some reason, these prisoners, they're just kept there to be entertainment for someone else. And all they get to witness are these shadows on a cave wall. Pretend for a moment that one of the prisoners somehow escapes and gets out into the world that we know to be real, and they can see sunlight and they can see the true beauty of nature, all these colors, the trees, the sky, the sun, running water, just so many beautiful things to experience and enjoy. And this prisoner is so excited about it that he wants to go back into the cave and tell everyone else that there's this other world out there. But he comes back and there's not the type of response that he expects. Everybody's feeling that the person is speaking nonsense, that they feel afraid. Well, we know this environment. We're comfortable in this environment. What would it be like to go somewhere else? Will we be okay? So they're afraid to make any changes. And it's much the same with structuring your life to achieve financial independence sooner. The general thinking is people work 30 to 40 years, they build up a nest egg, and then they retire. And that's considered the American norm. And for someone to come around and to start talking about early retirement and achieving retirement after just 5 years, 10 years, 15 years of work, and then being able to do what you want, it makes people sound scared, feel scared. And of course, one of the big worries is paying for health care. I estimate that the percentage of American population which is in this early retirement camp might be as low as 0.25%. It might be even lower. But I hope that in 2 years' time, that number could be doubled. And then in another 2 years' time, it could be doubled again. And then we'd be sitting at 1%. And in 6 more years, with it doubling every 2 years, we'd have 8% of American population who are early retirees, extremely early retirees, and the way that the rest of the population would perceive us wouldn't be as weird or not normal. It'd be as role models, people to strive towards to structure your own life after. And that's really what my vision is. I want to encourage Generation Z, the youngest generation, those in high school and college, that encourage them to learn about this other way of living and show people that you can live this other way and it is safe and it can make you happy, and just get people thinking. And that's really what philosophy is about, thinking. So I look forward to having you tune in again in my next video, where I'll discuss the practical approaches that the author of Extreme Early Retirement goes into, so that you might have some idea about how to go about structuring your life towards early retirement. So look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much.